Joan. Yes, of course, I'll just get her. Lucy, it's your mother.
Hi, Mum.
Bernard's cousin Lucy was staying with him for 3 months,
Yes.
while her parents were working in America.
No.
They rang every day to see how she was.
I'm
But although she
okay.
said she was all right, the truth was that she missed them.
Yes, I will. All right. Yes. Bye.
At least she had Bernard. Lucy thought her cousin was the most extraordinary person she had ever known.
Oh, no!
The thing about Bernard was that whatever happened,
There's no coffee.
What?
I've just dropped the jar in the sink and I've got 25 people arriving for a coffee morning in 10 minutes and now I haven't got any coffee. What am I going to do? How can I have a coffee morning with no coffee?
whatever the problem was,
Would this be any good?
Where did you get that?
I went shopping for you.
And you bought some coffee? Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you.
when Bernard was around, things seemed to get sorted out.
I forgot to ask. Is everything all right at home, Lucy?
Yes.
Good. Good.
It didn't matter what the problem was.
Jane? Jane! Where are you? Have you seen your mother, Bernard?
I think she went next door.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Is anything wrong?
I'm supposed to be in Manchester in 2 hours wearing my dark suit, and it's not back from the cleaners. I need my dark suit. How can I go to a funeral without a dark suit?
It's hanging up in the hall, Dad.
What?
Your suit. I picked it up earlier.
Bernard seemed to be able to make anything all right.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Absolutely wonderful. Are you all right, Lucy?
Yes.
Good.
In fact, Lucy soon learnt that whenever she had a problem,
Auntie Jane? Uncle John? The curtain's fallen down in my room.
It's 7 o'clock, Lucy.
Couldn't we sort it out a bit later?
Oh. All right.
whatever the problem was, the best person to sort it out was Bernard.
Bernard, the curtain's fallen down in my room. It's okay. I fixed it. Did you?
Though she had no idea how he did it.
Thanks, Bernard. Okay.
To say thank you for his help that morning, Lucy cut Bernard a small bunch of flowers. As she put the flowers on his desk, she saw Bernard's watch. And she noticed it was running a little fast. It should be easy enough to put right, she thought. As she put the flowers on his desk, she saw Bernard's watch. And noticed it was running a little fast. It should be easy enough to put right, she thought.
You've got yourself into a right muddle, haven't you?
Who are you?
Ah, you're not Bernard.
What are you doing in here?
Well, I came to tell you you've got yourself caught in a time loop.
This is my cousin's bedroom. You're not supposed to be in here.
If you wind the watch backwards, you see, time goes back as well, and you go with it. And then you come to the bit where you wind the watch back, so you go back again. And you get stuck in a loop, you see. So I came to tell you so you could get out.
Lucy had no idea who the man was or what he was talking about.
What watch?
Bernard's watch. You came into his room, put the flowers on his desk and found the watch.
As she put the flowers on his desk, she saw Bernard's watch and noticed it was running a little fast.
And because you thought it was fast, you decided to wind it back.
This watch?
Yes.
So, if I wind this watch back, time goes backwards.
Yes, which is why it's very important that I'm the only person who...
Who are you?
You've done it again, haven't you?
What are you doing in here?
Oh, dear.
You're not supposed to be in here. I'm going to tell my aunt.
Now, just hold it a second, will you, and listen. Now, when you find the watch...
What watch?
When you find the watch, don't wind it backwards. I've told Bernard you mustn't wind it backwards. I'm the only person who's supposed to do that. Otherwise, you get into all sorts of trouble. You just press the button on the top. That's all you're supposed to do with it. Understand?
Who are you?
Do you understand?
Yes.
Good, because I am extremely busy, and having to sort this sort of thing out doesn't help. If you'll excuse me.
It was the strangest thing that had ever happened to her, thought Lucy. As she put the flowers on his desk, she saw Bernard's watch. Why had the man said all those things about the watch? What would happen if she pressed the button at the top? Nothing seemed to happen at all.
Auntie, I was upstairs in Bernard's room, and...
Downstairs in the kitchen, there was something awfully wrong with Mrs. Beasley.
Auntie? Uncle John, I think you'd better come in here. There's something wrong with Auntie Jane. Uncle John? Uncle?
But whatever had happened to Aunt Jane had happened to Uncle John as well. In fact, it seemed to have happened to everybody. It was very puzzling. And she wasn't quite sure what to do. The man in Bernard's bedroom seemed to know what was happening. If he was here now, she thought, she could ask him.
Yes? What is it? Well, only I am rather busy.
Everything stopped.
Yes?
I was wondering why.
Well, you pushed the button on the watch, didn't you?
Oh.
Was there anything else?
Who are you?
I'm the postman. I'm in charge of the watches. I deliver them, take them back if anything goes wrong, make sure people don't do anything silly with them.
But what if I don't like it frozen?
You push the button on the watch again. Was that all?
Thank you.
Now, where's it got to, honestly? It was here just a second ago. Jane, have you seen my calculator? Honestly, you put something down for 2 seconds and it... Oh, Lucy, I didn't hear you come in. Thank you. Just what I was looking for. Now, if I can just find my pen...
Is this it?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Lucy was beginning to realise why everything seemed to get sorted out when Bernard was around.
Everything all right, is it, Lucy?
Yes.
Good. Good. Good.
You could sort out almost anything when you had a watch like Bernard's.
There's a space behind you, Aunt Jane.
Thank you, Lucy.
Do you know when Bernard will be back?
He's only gone for a ride round on his bicycle. Any minute now, I suppose.
Right.
Everything all right, is it?
I think so.
Good. Good.
Bernard?
Ah!
I found this in your room.
That's my watch.
It was on your desk.
You've got my watch.
And I found out what it can do.
Oh,
It's amazing, isn't it?
yes. Can I have it back now, please?
And I was wondering if I could borrow it sometimes.
What?
If I could borrow it sometimes. You know, when you don't need it.
Well, I'll think about it.
Oh.
Could I have it back now, please? Thank you.
Bernard wasn't quite sure what he ought to do next. What he needed was some advice.
Look, I told you, I am extremely busy, and I... Oh, hello, Bernard.
I'm sorry to bother you.
No, it's all right. I thought you were... What can I do for you?
My cousin Lucy found out about the watch.
Ah.
And she asked if she could borrow it occasionally.
She?
And I'm worried.
Well, I can understand that. She's very demanding, isn't she?
No, I don't mind about her borrowing it.
No?
It's just that while she's staying with us, I feel sort of responsible. When someone's using the watch, you know if they're doing anything wrong, don't you?
It's all recorded, yes?
Well, could you make sure she's all right? And keep an eye on her?
That's what you wanted to ask me.
Yes, could you do that?
Yes, Bernard. Yes, I certainly could.
Thanks. Lucy? I've thought about it, and if you want to borrow it, of course you can. Sit down. There are a few things...
It's your mother on the phone, Lucy. Do you want to speak to her?
Not now, Uncle.
Oh.
But if she asks, I'm all right, and I'm having a really good time.
Oh, right. Good.
Rule number 1. You must never wind the watch backwards. Because if you do...
Hey, Bernard will be back with his watch at the same time next week.
He will, and now that you've watched the show, it's so easy to get the question right. We want to know who came to visit Bernard today. Now, you know, just call us. 09011 10 50 10.
That's 09011 10 50 10. Dial the numbers carefully and ask permission, otherwise...